You know, the inspiration as a pastor is separate from the inspiration as a musician. My inspiration as a pastor is Marvin Winans, Bishop G.E. Patterson, Bishop Charles Blake, Jack Hagee. These are people, Rod Parsley, that inspire me as pastors. Musically, my inspirations come from people like Andre Crouch or even Kirk Franklin. Tommy Sims, the likes of those. Those are people who inspire me musically that spark something inside of me. But they are separate and apart. My pastoral inspirations as well as my musical inspirations, they're on separate plateaus. What I would be doing if I wasn't singing and a pastor, I would probably be homeless, living on the streets, eating from trash bins. But I would most likely go into teaching. I've always loved teaching. I'd be an English teacher or an English literature teacher. So that would probably be my profession if I weren't pastoring or singing. I've always loved being a teacher and the responsibility that they have to, you know, groom and mold the minds of the youth. No, I would have always been a teacher in America because although I love England and the surrounding continents and countries and islands, I am American born. There's America in my blood. So I would always stay in America. And it would have been solely in New York. If I only had one of the many different ministries, you know, from singing to songwriting to radio show to host of the television shows to pastoring, it would be to pastor. I would throw and chuck all of it away to be pastor, because pastoring is the same equivalent as teaching, you know. And we're celebrating our 10th year as a ministry on the 24th of June. And Perfecting Faith Church has been a ministry from 2001 until now. And I've seen the children grow. The lap babies are now 11 years old. The ones who are 5 years old are now 15. The ones who are 10 and 13 years old, they're in college. The 13-year-olds, 15-year-olds, they're married. I've married over 12 of the youth of the church. You know, it's been a great growth. We've grown from a few to 3,000, and we're still moving. So it would be to pastor. It would be to pastor. All the rest of that stuff, it's cool. But pastoring is not just what I do, but that's who I am. I would probably say the death of my sister. That was just in 2008. The sexual abuse and the rape, the verbal abuse and the emotional abuse of a broken home, the abuse of church, religious abuse, all that pales in comparison. I was younger then, and I grew up with it. You know, it was a part of me. I grew up with it. But being an adult and seeing your sister, your older sister, wane away to cancer and having to care for her and watching all of the life ebb out of her, but her faith grow in intensity, that a diagnosis that was given to her in 1999, in the 4th and final stage, with 6 months to live, her faith caused her to live for 9 more years and confound the doctors. And even in her passing, she was still singing the blood that Jesus shed, and would make all of us sing. And that's how she passed away. And I think that impacted me the most, to see her faith, to see the way that she believed God till the end, from a crack addict all the way to one of the strongest examples of faith that I've ever seen. That impacted me the most.